Welcome back to Springfield Arms, and this is Zahir, and you're on Guns and Coffee. Today's story time, and we're going to be talking about a wealthy individual that got followed home from the mall. Okay, this is a common occurrence in South Africa, and I'm going to tell you exactly what happened to this particular individual and how you can become a harder target and avoid this types of situations. This wealthy individual went to a particular mall and parked his car, his supercar, in the designated supercar parking. Now, there are certain malls in the country where they give you certain privileges. For example, if there's a bank vault in that mall, for example, they'll have a designated parking area for bank vault clients, and it'll generally be quite close to an entrance. And some malls have supercar parking areas, very conveniently located at an entrance, maybe right next to the disabled parking. They'll have a security guard there and have a big sign saying this parking area is only for supercars, and they'll show you the different logos of all the different supercars. So if you pitch up there and you're driving one of those supercars, you're allowed to park there right at the entrance. So you don't need to walk like the rest of the people. You're right there and you sort of just walk into the mall. This is a big mistake. So this individual parked his supercar in that parking. And what do you think happens or happened? You've got syndicates operating in the malls, okay? And they're watching this parking area and they're taking down number plates and they're observing who's parked there, etc. So very simple. This guy parked there. His number plate was taken down by a syndicate that was probably observing the parking lot. He was followed around in the mall and subsequently jumped into his car and went home, not realizing that his information regarding his license plate and the car he was driving had already been given out. So he was followed home, but the criminals didn't make their move that particular day. They just observed his movements. Information was sent to a contact in the licensing department, motor vehicle licensing department. Number plate, his address, all of that stuff given to the criminals. So they knew exactly where he lives, his name. They started following him, building up a pattern of movement. So the next time he comes to the mall and parks in this designated supercar parking, they were ready to pounce. And they made their move on that particular day. Followed him all the way to his house in his supercar, hijacked him outside his house, but didn't stop just there. They took him into the house, made him open up his safe, tied up the family, ransacked the house, loaded everything from the house into one of their vehicles, jumped into his supercar, had his ATM cards, etc., PIN codes, the works. They cleaned him out. All because he decided to park in a designated area meant for supercars. In other words, he decided to peacock. And what is peacocking? Peacocking is when you go into a shopping mall and you wear a Rolex watch. You make yourself an obvious target. You park in this supercar parkings. You're attracting unnecessary attention. Okay? You need to be your own bodyguard. Now, nobody says you mustn't enjoy your wealth. However, understand that you're living in a country where more than half this country is living below the breadline. Added to that, you've got a crime wave or pandemic in this country. So the vultures and the wolves are going to make their moves on you. So you best be prepared or live a life low profile. Low profile. No need to peacock. Okay? That's the story for today. Be safe. I'm out of here. Use your common sense. And for real world security and firearm advice, follow us on Guns and Coffee Springfield Arms. I'm out of here.